need to do any firefighting. Shows you how much water there is available here. That's always full up right to the dam. Now you know, Arizona was not a state until 1912. It was the last of the lower 48 to become a state. Prior to that, being part of the Arizona-New Mexico territory, Wild West justice did prevail. And I bring all that up because they dealt with justice via a hanging tree on the side of the road. And we did indeed have one here at Beach Springs. It's this 400-year-old cottonwood off to our right. Just fell down last year when a flood undercut it. Now they say many a person ended their days on the limb of that old cottonwood tree. Because you know, back then if you rustled cattle, stole a horse, or maybe robbed a train, well, those were all offenses they would hang a person for. Now you know some of those outlaws would hot-footed down the old stagecoach road here thinking they were making a hasty getaway. No such luck. You know, this is the Grand Canyon. One way in, one way out. This road does indeed dead end at the Colorado River. And unless you have a sturdy riverboat, you're not going any further. And the sheriff knew that. So him and his boys wouldn't even bother to give chase. They would just be waiting up by the springs, ropes in hand, knowing eventually these outlaws would turn around at the river and be working their way back up out of the canyon, and they'd be pretty thirsty by the time they got up here looking for a drink at the springs. And, well, surprise, surprise, there was the sheriff and his boys, rope in hand. They weren't going to escape justice on that day. Now, I had mentioned that this used to be an old stagecoach road. Of course, prior to that, it was an Indian foot trail because of the access down to the Colorado River and the springs. In the 1880s, they widened it to accommodate stagecoaches. Pretty rough ride. And then, in early 1900s, okay, Teddy Roosevelt came down here to go fishing. He was the first sitting president to visit the Grand Canyon. And he was the one that preserved it. His first act of preservation was in 1906 when he was able to make it a game preserve. At that time, he brought in a herd of North American bison up to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, and the descendants of that original herd are still living on the north rim. And then he brought in elk from the Rocky Mountains because the Merriam's elk had been way overhunted, was almost gone. And he took money out of his own pocket, loaded up train cars of elk, and brought them down here to the canyon. And a very successful project because now we have over 10,000 elk in the Grand Canyon. We don't really see them down in the canyon. They kind of prefer up on the rim, the higher elevation up in the Ponderosa Forest. But I mentioned old Teddy because, he came down this old stagecoach road to go fishing, and liked it so much that when he got back to Washington, D.C., as president, he put in for federal funding to have this road put in. So the road was completed around 1915. So it has now been here for 100 years. And if you ever wonder if roads get put into unusual places, like the bottom of the Grand Canyon, well, I can tell you, it sure helps if you got a president that wants to get to his favorite fishing hole, and that road gets put in. Now here's the Wallapai bus coming by. Check this out. Not too often you see a four-wheel drive, or I should say six-wheel drive bus. And this is what they bring their customers down this morning. And I'll head around and pick them up this afternoon. So what we're talking about here is a one-day whitewater rafting trip. It's very popular. Just started March 15th. Runs through the end of October. It's the only option anywhere. A lot of these people paddle, so you can double that time to 16 days. Anyway, you cut it after that amount of time, most people are ready for a hot shower, a real bed, and some of the comforts. So this is the preferred takeout point for the commercial rafting trips, as well as the Wallapai's launch here and continue 50 miles down to the west end of the canyon. So this road does get used quite a bit by the rafting industry. As you can imagine, it's the only way within the Grand Canyon to get a vehicle and trailer and down to the Colorado River and remove your equipment. Now right here we've exited the springs and the riparian habitat. We enter into the blackbrush desert. Things are a whole lot drier now. The blackbrush are these small trees that have not leafed out yet. Now the ones that are green that you can see around us, you notice they don't have leaves. Those are green branches. Those are holocanthas, also known more commonly as
this is the end of part
thorn,
1, but we will start part 2 when we get down to the Grand Canyon.
They're a member of the Palo Verde family that gets
encourage
energy
my
from the sun via
videos
green
by
wood
subscribing
rather
and
than
liking
leaves.
and
Just
commenting.
an adaptation to